Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello dear students, welcome to another lecture. In this class, we are going to begin with the discussion of second worksheet of reading section for class 11th Alternative English Nagaland Board. So as we had seen in worksheet number 1, we read the worksheet, underlined all the difficult words, the important phrases that we came across, and that is what helped us to solve the questions, the exercises which followed thereon. We are going to use the same technique and solve the worksheet number 2 as well. So it says John F. Kennedy was sworn in as the 35th President of the US on January 21, 1961. Below is part of his inaugural speech. So we in this worksheet are going to read the inaugural speech which was delivered by John F. Kennedy, who became the 35th President of US on the 21st January 1961. So he wrote, "We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of the first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike, that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans, born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed, and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the liberty and the success of liberty. This much we pledge and more." So he in his speech said that we should not forget that we are the heirs of the first revolution. Heirs means somebody who has inherited something from the ancestors. So we have got everything from our ancestors after the first revolution. He says, let the word go forth. Let the word go forth means let this word travel, let everybody know about it. Let everyone know about the fact that from this time and place, not only do we want people who are in the present generation, who are born in this century to know about it, or the people who are living at this place to know about it, but everybody should know about the same. Be it your friend or foe, that is your enemy. And what did he want everybody to know? That the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans. Torch has been passed. We all have seen in the relay races or in the Olympics, we have a torch bearer who passes the torch, and the one who gets the torch conveys the message of cheer, unity, liberty among all the people. So John F. Kennedy said that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans now. Those Americans who are born in this century, who have seen the war, they have got themselves affected by the war. They are disciplined because of the hard and the bitter peace that they have seen. They are proud of their ancient heritage. They are unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed. Permit the slow undoing of the human rights means that they are sure, they are confident that whatever human rights ought to be delivered to the people, they are going to work in its direction. and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. So be it at home or around the world, whatever things they need to do for the betterment of the human rights, they are going to stand by it. Let every nation know whether it wishes us well or ill. So he says that every country should know whether that country wishes us well or ill, means whether that country wishes good for us or wishes something bad for us. But every country should know that we shall pay any price. We shall pay any price means we are ready to go to any extent. We are going to bear any burden. We will do anything, meet any problem, support any friend, oppose any enemy to assure the survival and the success of liberty, freedom. This much we pledge, and to those old allies whose cultural and spiritual origins we share, we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures. Divided, there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and splits asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our word that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their own freedom. And to remember that in the past, those who foolishly sought power by riding the back of the tiger ended up inside. So he said that I want to convey it to all the old allies. Allies means associates, people who were connected with us, whose cultural, whose spiritual origins were shared by us, that we pledge to be loyal and faithful friends of them. He said that I want everybody to know that we need to be united. And when we are united, we can host cooperative ventures. There are multiple new projects that we can think about, that we can hold for one another. And even if we are divided, there is still something that we can do. There is still something that we can work together for, and that also will continue and prove to be very powerful. He says that those new states that have recently become free, I want you to be assured that we now are not going to impose any tyranny on them. We are not going to be dominating on them, and we just want them to support their freedom. They might not support us or our views, but we want them to stand for and stand by their own freedom. And always remember that a person who sat on the tiger, considering himself or herself to be very strong and powerful, hoping that with the help of that tiger, he or she will be able to control the other people, actually ended up being inside it. Means at the end, the same person was eaten up by the tiger. So you might consider yourself to be stronger. You might think that you can rule everybody, but at the end of it, be prepared that your shortfall, your downturn is also not far away. So this was a very motivational and inspirational speech indeed, which was delivered by John F. Kennedy. Now let us look at the back exercises. Explain the line, the torch has been passed to a new generation. As I told you, the torch has been passed on to a new generation means that the responsibility of looking after the nation, the responsibility for the success and the progress of the nation has now been passed on to a new set of people with new ideologies, new opinions, and new mindsets. So the functioning of the nation is in new hands now. What should every nation know? Every nation should know that they are going to support them, that they are going to stand by each one of them in the fight of freedom. Who are the new generation that President Kennedy is referring to? So, who are the new generation? New generation, according to President Kennedy, refers to those people, as it has been very clearly stated in the first paragraph, those people who have been tempered by war, who are born in the century, who have seen the hardships in life. They have got themselves hurt because of the war, because of the peace, and they are proud of their heritage and believe in fighting for the human rights. This is what the new generation, according to John F. Kennedy, is. What does Kennedy assure to the new states who are welcome to join the ranks of the free? So, to the new states, Kennedy has assured that there might be moments when they would not agree with everything that he is saying or his nation is saying, but they should remember that they should always stand for their own freedom. This is what John F. Kennedy expects out of them. What does Kennedy assure the new states even if they would not support the views of the US? So as I said that even if the new states would not support this view of US, they are free to go against them, but they have to remember that their nation, that is United Nations, is never going to try to be a tyranny, is never going to try to rule over them, and would always motivate them to stand for their own freedom. How did those states end up who foolishly sought power? Now, for this, he has used a very good phrase at the end, that those states, or the one who sat on a tiger, ended up being inside it. So those states who wanted to have power, they actually became crushed and defeated at the end. Okay. Give the meaning of the following expressions from the passage. Let the word go forth means to convey something. So, to convey something generally. Well or ill means good or bad. When he said that there can be people who might want good for us, who might want bad for us either. Hard and bitter, it again means something which is full of hardships or full of difficulties. There is little we cannot do. That means there is nothing that we cannot do if we are together. So united, we can do everything. Pay any price means go to any extent, can do anything. So this, my dear students, as you saw, was the worksheet number 2, and we solved the second worksheet as well with utmost ease. So I'm going to pause here now, and we'll see you all in my next lecture where we solve worksheet number 3.